Hello everybody, and welcome to the best utility belt video that ever has been or ever will be. Okay, no, it's not going to be the most amazing utility belt video. It's a pretty crazy item that we're having a look at. I was hoping this was going to be like nuclear in proportion, but it turned out it wasn't. I want to show you it anyway. We managed to actually do something pretty interesting with the game engine in this video. So yeah, today we are going to be looking at the Char landmine, and through the power of having these big meetups, I wanted to see how far we could push this item. So we'll get into that when we get into it. Right now you're seeing on the footage me actually walking to where you get this item. This one doesn't come at the end of a long event chain. This is instead bought from a Karma vendor. Of course, a lot of you watching this might have already got 100% completion on your tunes that you want your utility belt on. Maybe not though, so I am actually going to include on this video exactly how to do that that heart. Otherwise it would just be ridiculously short. I feel like there's a minimum length video that I kind of want to put out, so that's going to be in there. And I'm also showing you a full walk to the place. It is just in Diasa Plateau, basically the southeast corner of Diasa Plateau. You're just seeing me go literally from the Asura Gate out into the area. I think I kind of take us on a bit of a long way around, but what we're looking for is the place with the heart event where you have to train the Skelk. It's not a heart that I've really got that much experience with. Like, it's kind of an annoying heart for me. Somebody did tell me while I was filming this there's a really easy way to do it, but I couldn't figure it out, so we're just going to be killing Skelk in that footage. We will be there. And anyway, this is in the name to unlock that heart vendor at this location, who sells, guess what, a little bit more than just generic crap. This person actually sells a Char landmine, which you can see there on the screen. It simply says double click to gain a Char landmine, and what it will do is replace the left hand 5 of your skills with one ability, and this is just basically place the mine. And you can only have one mine out at a time per character, so you drop it down, and the idea is, I presume, that then you're going to lure someone over on top of it, and then they'll get blown up. And they're quite powerful, actually. They're not very expensive. They only cost about 42 karma, something like that. I did say to people while we were filming this, make sure you bring some actual money with you. I totally spaced on the fact that if it's from a karma vendor, it only costs karma. So it's pretty cheap, especially with how easy karma is to come by. You can basically get a stack of them. Would I recommend you get a stack of them? I'm not sure. Probably not. Like, I don't think these are that impressive as far as all the utility belt things go. They can be quite impressive, as we'll see in this video, but they take some specific setting up to use. But they are certainly one of the more interesting items in the game, and I think a hard item for ArenaNet to balance as well, and maybe they've been kind of clever with the way they've done it. I'll be more specific about all that later. But anyway, here, this is me completing the event. Just kill the hostile Skelk around in the area. I did hear attack the practice dummies, and that might help you out, but I'm not sure. Anyway, so there you go. This is where you buy the mines from this character here. I just buy a bunch on this character. I don't really need them on this character. I'm going to swap back over into my Elementalist. And what we're going to do collectively as a group, as you might have guessed, we're all, because only one person can drop a mine, you can only have one mine associated with you, we're going to use this massive Zerg that's just running around Diasa Plateau to try and nuke champions and veterans from 100% health to 0 health just by luring them over an immense minefield that we're going to be laying down for them. Guildy of Mind kindly showed me where some very close veterans were, and they were in this cave, so we decided we'd start our experiment here, and it had pretty interesting results, I'd say. So you could do this anywhere in the game in theory. The power of the mine scales with your character level, and especially with the recent updates that talk about how, you know, like utility items like this, like turrets for the engineers and stuff, scale properly off of your stats now. I would assume it does reasonable more damage perhaps on players with higher power or higher crit chance or higher crit damage, but I'm not entirely sure whether that's the case. Regardless, these things are effective in any zone of the game, I can guarantee you that. But yeah, we lay all of our mines on this little field here with this pillar, and then once everybody's in position, also kudos to everyone for, you know, listening really well here and not aggroing anything. I go over and I aggro a broodmother. Broodmother's fair bit of health. We're all pretty familiar with broodmothers. They're overused like crap in the game, but here they are. And what we're going to do is lure him. He doesn't want to come at first, which is kind of irritating. I'm going to lure him over onto this little island. You can see some of the mines are already going off. He's stepping over. You can see all those little black spots. Those were the mines. Now, wait, before we do that, I want to show you guys how powerful these are with just a couple. Okay, so here's the situation against the boar. There's just 3 mines on the floor. Okay, and I'm just going to lure the boar. Boars are quite fun for this. And there you go. That's 3 mines. That's the power of 3 mines. Nukes a boar. There's another one, or warthog rather, sorry. And here's a third for good measure. Just 3 mines is doing this much damage, okay, to these warthogs. This is how powerful they are. I really felt like it was important to actually edit this into the video because, frankly, What we're about to see is a very extreme example and might not give you guys the best impression of how strong these things are. So, here we go. Let's do it again. Right. He's coming over. He's coming onto the mine island. Is this going to be the greatest thing in the world? No, sort of. Yes, maybe. See, I'm a bit worried about this video because it's going to feel a little bit like Limp Dick, frankly. But yeah, the ArenaNet seem to have scaled these things in a very particular way where if you do happen to have 40 of them, you know, down on a tiny little area, not all of them actually take effect. In fact, this is true for when you just have 3 mines down as well. Here's another example. We've spread them all out across this beach here. There's a veteran up that's been aggroed on the far side. We're all going to pull back and see what we can do. The first example, I thought, oh, maybe that was just a bit of bad luck. Let's see how we can do this time. And what we're going to do is aggro him across this beach. But sadly, the results aren't that much better. Here we go. We can see him coming along. And some of the mines blow up and don't seem to do any damage to him, while in a smaller scenario they do. He hasn't obviously triggered all the mines. This creates amazing fireworks. Look at that. Look at all the chain reactions that go off. So it's very cool to see, and I think if they get caught under the right circumstances, these mines can do an awful lot of damage to people. We had a bit of splash damage going in from others there against that guy, but he died pretty quick. Like, they are quite important, but here's something to note about the landmines, that they can't be too close on top of one another. Even if you only have 3 mines, like we saw with those warthogs, if they're too close on top of one another, only one will take effect, so you really have to spread them out. So you're not going to get big nukes of damage, but if you do lay down massive minefields and then aggro things through it, it could be quite interesting. I know a lot of you are probably thinking about World versus World. Does this work there? Sadly not. But yeah, that's my feature on the landmine. I really wanted to do this. I wanted to at least see what it would be like with massive numbers of players. That's your answer there, guys. A bit of an experiment, a bit of a look. To answer the question that I suppose this series sets out to do, is this worthy of the utility belt? No, I don't think so. It's too difficult. I mean, even in a 5-man party with fractals, for example, or dungeons, how often are you going to be able to do this kind of thing? I don't think often enough. But yeah, you guys can decide for yourself. The landmine is a pretty interesting item. Wanted to do a spotlight on it, see how powerful it could be. And there you go. Try and nuke some stuff out for yourself if you like. Lots of fireworks, I will say that. You can find a full link to this video and all the stuff we did, because we did all kinds of stuff, more than what I've just showed here, in a description on this video. It's not commentated, but we did a lot of funny things. We bet on the harpies and stuff and ended up here on this tower. So thanks again, guys. Hope you found it interesting. And I will see you next time for another utility belt video. Maybe one that will be worth a spot next time. But there, yes, I'll see you next time.